Welcome to Gregor Mortis's Little World of Horror. This is my Slash from the Stash Movie Week update video. Very excited this week to be bringing you a movie that I love so much, and I recently picked this one up about a month or so ago. It was on one of my Blu-ray DVD updates, and I did put out a post on Facebook. I was kind of debating on what to review this week, and I had so many great suggestions from some of my Facebook up there for me, but what's up, Gary? But I am going to get to every one of your requests, and I will be reviewing them real soon. But I wanted to get to this one in particular. I watched it night before last. Hadn't seen it in probably almost say 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years. So I was so glad to finally had found the movie to watch and own it to where I can watch it anytime now. But it's none other than 1987, and the name of the movie is The Gate. And I love this movie so freaking much. It's unbelievable. And let me give you a close-up there once again. And I know you've seen this if you've watched my Blu-ray DVD update. You've seen me show this one. But I do want to review this one this week. And it's such a fun film that I can't get enough of it. It was directed by Tibor, see if I can pronounce his name, Takacs, T-A-K-A-C-S. And don't know much about him, but I do know I really love this movie. Like I said, it was 1987. Platinum put this one out. And it's just a really fun watch that the kids can watch as well, although it does have some scary moments in it. But let me give you the plot. I'll read it off the back of the DVD box, and then we'll get into my review of it. It says, when best friends Glenn and Terry stumble across a mysterious crystalline rock in Glenn's backyard, they quickly dig up the newly sodden lawn searching for more precious stones. Instead, they unearth the Gate, an underground chamber of terrifying demonic evil. And it says the teenagers soon understand what evil they've released as they are overcome with an assortment of horrific experiences. With fiendish followers invading suburbia, it's now up to the kids to discover the secret that can lock the gate forever. If it's not too late. And love this. This movie does star Stephen Dorff, and you might recognize him from if you've watched the Blade movies. He was in the first Blade. He was in a movie that I really liked, and if you've not watched it, definitely check it out. But it's a movie a few years ago called Cold Creek Manor, and he's just been in a ton of stuff. You'd recognize him pretty straight up now. Also, he plays the character Glenn, the main boy. His best friend in the movie, Terry, now he's played by Louis Tripp, and Louis was it's a great character. And then really the only other character in the movie, main character is Glenn's sister Alexandria, who they call Al, A-L, and that was played by Christa Denton. Now the film itself I thought was really well done. And with that saying, this is a 1987 film. I really am hoping for a Blu-ray release of this movie. I would love to see this properly transferred and have a lot of bonus features, maybe some interviews and different commentaries and whatnot. But like the plot said, basically Glenn, they live in suburbia. They're in a typical suburban neighborhood, And Glenn and Terry, they're their usual self. There's a storm, tree falls over. Glenn wakes up and he hears saws going off for cutting the tree up, and he goes in the backyard and finds a half-open rock, and when he looks inside, it's kind of crystallized with like purple colors and that. So he gets kind of curious about what it is. His buddy Terry comes over and looks at it, and he's like, dude, he said, I know what this is. You got to find another one. If we can find a big rock, it could be worth $100 or something like that. So they go and they dig up another big rock. I mean, this one's a huge one, and then all hell pursues. But it's really fun. I mean, it really is. Glenn's sister, Al, is kind of your typical teenage sister. She definitely loves her brother. They're definitely, you can tell, close, but she's at the age where she's got her friends. They call them the Lee sisters, and Glenn and Terry's always picking on them, about how ugly and how mean and blah blah. But you got your typical scenario there with the teenage sister trying to fit in with the in crowd, along with loving her brother. But what happens is that the mom and dad decide they're going on vacation, or they're going somewhere. They have to be gone for 3 days. And they leave Glenn with their sister Al, who's supposed to be turning 16. So he's like, I can watch Glenn. I can do all this. And so there's the scenario set up. They're at home alone, and through the movie there's a party that takes place and just all kinds of stuff. But all that's kind of building up. What happens is Terry, in the movie, his mom had passed away, and he's kind of rebellious now, and he's into real heavy metal stuff, and he starts looking up the stone. He starts looking up this puzzle. Well, it's not a puzzle. It's like one of those etch and sketch that's left over from the rock. Basically, they open the rock and it makes this inscription on it, and they read it. And when the boy Glenn reads it, it kind of opens the portal of hell. But Terry takes that image, that inscription, he takes it home and starts, he's listening to this album by a band called The Sacrifice, and they got this book inside the actual vinyl record called The Book of Dead, I think it is, and that inscription's in there. And basically what it is was a summoning of the devil himself. It's opening a portal to hell, and evidently Glenn has done that by quoting what was on that inscription. Unbeknownst to him, hell is loose now. So with that, you've got these little, what I loved about the movie, it's kind of the Frank Henenlotter with the whole claymation, stop motion kind of creatures, but they're these little dominions, they're little minions that are basically demons that look like they're like this tall, and they're really cool looking, and they're all over the place. And I was reading some trivia on that those were actually real actors in rubber suits, and they filmed them in a forced perspective to make them look smaller, which I did not know that. I thought it was claymation, so I give them major props now for that. Look really creepy as hell, and love it. But yeah, the movie, it runs 87 minutes long. It's really fun. It's a PG-13 movie. If you want to get your kids into horror, definitely let them watch this one, and watch it yourself, because the adults I think will absolutely love it too. Got some good scenes in it. I'm talking some when all hell breaks loose inside the house. I'm talking the house is crumbling, and there's all kinds of dominions. There's demons. There's a big giant demon. They're fighting. It's like levitation going on. All kinds of crap going on at one time. And when it's happening, you're kind of edge of your seat, like, how's this going to play out? What's going to happen at the end? And then by the end of the movie, you're like, yeah, score. So this is a really fun watch. Let me give you another close-up of the backup. This one right here is Glenn. That's the main character. That's Stephen Dorff. And you got the Lee sisters there, and just different things, man. This is such a fun watch, man. I cannot recommend this movie enough. It's shot really well. It looks really well. The story's pretty strong. I mean, it's something that's interesting, and it does not bore me. It's kind of one of them movies that, as a youngster, I remember renting this one on VHS multiple times, and I've loved it every time I watched it. It's definitely a great movie for me. It's called Pray It's Not Too Late, and just some really good action sequences in it, man. I really enjoyed it. So if you're into the kind of Frank Henenlotter and those style films, if you're into good storytelling, man, you're going to love this movie. So you definitely got to get your hands on it. It's 1987. It is The Gate is the name of the movie. And please search this one out and get it. I highly recommend it. This one gets a double thumbs up for a purchase. And I hope and pray that somebody like Synopsis Films or Scream Factory or somebody will pick this title up and do a Blu-ray transfer, because I will own it. My God, I will own it multiple times, man. I'm telling you, it's such a good watch. So please, if you've never seen The Gate, take Gregor Mortis' word, stamp of approval on this one, man. It's a fun watch. that I think the whole family will love. So definitely watch it, buy it, get it, share it, and you'll enjoy it. So it is The Gate, 1987. This is my movie review for the week. It is July 20th. It's Sunday. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up on the video. Definitely comment below here and share. And let's see what I'm going to review next week. Who knows what it might be. I might go a little darker, man. I might go a little bit more bloodier and gorier for you fans. So who knows. But we'll find something to review next week. But until the meantime, stay tuned. Definitely check out my Blu-ray DVD update video that just came out. Stay tuned for one of my horror collection videos. Will be coming out in the next few days. So that'll be part 2 of that collection. And thanks to all the new subscribers, each and every one of you that keep subscribing. Thank you for that. All of you that watch and like the video and share it, thank you for that as well. So this is Gregor Mortis. This is my Slash from the Stash video, and I'm signing out for Gregor Mortis's Little World of Horror.